Peel police have suspended 3 officers. This is in relation to an investigation that has rocked the Toronto Police Service. The Project South corruption and organized crime probe by York Police, it led to 46 charges against 7 Toronto officers and 1 retired member. Now, among the allegations is that they leaked information to organized crime figures, which set off a string of shootings in the GTA. And a statement from Peel Police reads, quote, "No officers from Peel Region Police have been charged in connection to Project South. The scope of the York Regional Police investigation is wide-reaching and ongoing. PRP has administratively suspended 3 officers pending further investigation by YRP. To protect the integrity of their investigation, we will not be providing additional comment." Well, meanwhile, bail has been denied for a Toronto police officer implicated in a wide-ranging criminal probe in York Region, which saw 7 active TPS officers arrested. CB24 Sijia joins us live to bring us up to speed. Sijia.
But Corey, we just learned that bail has been denied for Toronto police officer Timothy Barnhart. He is the officer that is facing 17 charges in relation to Project South, including drugs, trafficking, and providing an address to a criminal organization that led to that alleged murder plot. So he is facing more charges than anyone else, the alleged ringleader of this. And for more on his bail decision, along with the wider criminal impacts of this probe, I'm joined by criminal defense lawyer Joseph Neuberger live right now. Sir, thank you so much for your time this evening. First off, what do you make of the bail hearing decision for this officer, Timothy Barnhart, that being denied today?
I think it's appropriate. He was a key figure in passing along highly sensitive information, which was allegedly provided to a criminal organization for the purposes of possibly carrying out a murder, and it was linked specifically to shootings in York Region. Now, I preface all this, of course, that these are allegations, and these officers enjoy the presumption of innocence like anybody accused, but the allegations themselves, and I think the evidence that the Crown would have presented at the bail hearing was very cogent and would compel someone hearing this case to detain him for public safety and for further offenses.
Now, this officer is facing more charges than anyone else in this investigation. How do you think today's bail hearing decision will impact the other officers that are coming behind him?
Well, if he is, let's say, alleged to be at the higher echelon of those officers charged, I certainly think it will have an impact for the others who come forward, because in any instance where officers are accessing the database, which should not be used for passing along private information like locations to give to organized crime, that's a core violation of their duty and a core violation of the trust that we have in police officers to honestly fulfill their duties. So I think it's going to have a significant impact, and I think it will be hard for a number of the officers who have more serious allegations and very compelling evidence against them to achieve bail. So this is going to be an uphill battle, in my opinion.
And when you look at the list of officers who are facing charges, some of them have worked in the police force for 10 years, 15 years, some more senior officers. How do you feel that these arrests and allegations could impact other ongoing criminal court cases, especially ones where these officers were witnesses or played a part in that conviction?
Well, certainly the Toronto Police Service is now going to be doing a thorough review of any involvement that these officers may have had in ongoing cases or prosecutions, and frankly, in prosecutions that have taken place previously as well. So if they were an integral component of a prosecution or a current prosecution, it can have an impact on the integrity. If they played a central role with evidence gathering or other sort of significant aspects in a case, it can have a very chilling effect on whether that prosecution was a safe prosecution or whether it can go ahead. That said, I think with a number of these officers, they may not have been involved at that level of investigation. So the fallout from this may not be that bad, but time will tell, and the Toronto Police will have to do a very thorough review.
And a lot of the conversations we have been hearing from the police chief, the mayor, anyone involved in this investigation has to do with public trust, accountability, and regaining that credibility back. Can you talk about how these allegations have rattled public trust when it comes to policing?
Yeah, so this is, a core component of, society is trust in our enforcement agencies. And this is a very important feature of how we feel safe in our communities, and we rely on police officers to fulfill their obligations honestly and in our best interests. So this is, a very serious violation of trust. That said, Toronto Police has some 8,000 officers, and in any large organization, there will be bad actors. It's going to happen. So I think we have to take that into consideration. There's lots of very good officers who work very hard day in and day out to protect the public. So we have to have a measured approach to this, but it will take some effort to regain confidence of the community at large. And there are a number of things they can do. And I think one of those, which they've called for, is an independent objective review to look at how this happened and how they can implement other procedures and safeguards to try and prevent this from the future.
Absolutely. Well, criminal defense lawyer Joseph Neuberger, thanks so much for your time this evening and your analysis. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Have a good weekend.
You too. And just reiterating again, earlier this evening, we learned that Timothy Barnhart, the officer facing 17 charges in relation to Project South, has been denied bail. Bakari, and we'll bring you any more updates on this case as we learn it.
Okay, live from the newsroom, CP24, Sijia.